Remy type situation. None of it was true.
I don't have nothing to do with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I have been open in all my relationships that I've had. All of them. I mean, I've got 4 boyfriends online.
Just, I don't know.
I don't
They're
know.
both
Man.
nice.
They both
but
nice.
it would have to be new lyrics now. Right? Because Joe can't keep doing.
Why is this guy basically begging for a divorce, and his sister still won't let him go? Remy Ma is really keeping Papoose hostage against his will. It became that ugly that Claressa Shields was ready to enter the ring and throw elbows and fists to make her change her mind. Listen, Papoose may be staring at that alimony check, but let's not pretend he wasn't dragging Remy Ma down when she was seated in that jail. This is more than simply love. Name alive the whole time, but now that she's out here stacking her papers and snuggling up to the block captain, who, incidentally, has already replaced her with 2 younger girls. Let's start since Remy is still not trying to let Papoose walk you all. Claressa Shields is not ready for the full mess that is developing here. Publicly, Claressa Shields has been showing her loyalty for her boyfriend. Just the other day, Papoose came on Instagram with a birthday greeting that got everyone buzzing. "Oh wow, happy birthday, King Papoose," she said. "You are really special, and I wish that God provides you many more years and even quicker hands, since this is the day you get all of your birthday punches. I adore you and am thankful for your life, humor, music, advice, and love." Though Papoose was cute, she refrained from throwing birthday punches because, let's face it, they may hurt. Claressa Shields, however, is absolutely locked in. Now let's chat about the key issue. Why hasn't Papoose placed a ring on it despite all the rumors circulating? May Remy out here playing keep away with those divorce papers like it's a game, but let's face it, it's not because Papoose hasn't been trying. This guy has been telling folks that he's been asking for this divorce more than once or twice. Remy Ma's sister is basically stirring the pot whenever she can, and this isn't even a made-up disaster. You guys remember when Remy Ma leaked the text between Papoose and Claressa Shields' baby? T was typing hot, and those letters indicated that Claressa was unhappy since Papoose hadn't even notified her when he had come home safely. Sia has stayed honest, stating that because you were the one who got married, it shouldn't be a huge problem to inform me that you made it home safely. She spoke what she wanted to say since she cares about her partner, but Remy Ma, well, she wasn't done. Even the close sister went on and accused Papoose of threatening to call the police on her and even said she had obtained a videotape of him molesting her. Of course, Papoose denied everything, but he did explain that Remy was unhappy because he had moved on. Let's not pretend that we forgot that at Christmas 2023, Remy Ma was jeered by Easy the Block Captain and Baby. We all remember the rap battle in which she freely proclaimed her love for that guy. How can you be smitten with a whole other guy and yet be hesitant to let Papoose go? Somebody makes sense.
Hey, yo, Remy, don't you love me? See right there,
However, if you thought that was nasty, wait because there's more. Claressa Shields and Papoose have been out here delivering true relationship goals, and they even offered fans a taste of their love life when they went on a week-long Valentine's Day getaway. You can see the images of them enjoying themselves and the sun, catching vibes and just relaxing, and Papoose was there to start off the inaugural Hawaii Fest. However, Papoose has a job, so even during his little romantic getaway, he took time to post on Threads and inform everyone on what's going on. The performance was spectacular, with many celebrities showing up on stage, and this year we created history.
Just the 2 of us. We can make it if we try. Just the 2 of us. Just the 2 of us.
As Papoose was locking in that bag right now, Claressa Shields was locking in hearts. She sent the nicest little video of herself serenading her lover on the beach, just the 2 of us. If we try, we can make it, you know. The love was silly, but it was sincere.
You ready?
They weren't alone, however, since here is when things start to get serious. Rumor has it that Papoose had planned a romantic getaway for some time, and he was seeking to formalize it by supposedly wanting to have his divorce from Remy formalized before the trip so he could propose to Claressa Shields on Valentine's Day. Imagine that, Hawaii. The romance in the air and the feelings would have been wonderful, but guess who had to wreck it all? Yes, Remy Ma, and the reason is because things are easy with her new partner. Remember when Papoose played at Claressa Shields' boxing event when she made her entrance? Whoa, it's a whole other level of love and enthusiasm that Remy is probably missing right now. And seeing him come up and show up for another lady like that must have stung. The block captain wasn't going as she had intended, so now she's out here calling him names and blocking Papoose from moving forward. Let's be honest, Remy B got a peek of Papoose providing Claressa Shields the same love and support she used to get back in the day. That being said, you really need to wonder whether this is simply her being a bitter ex, or if there is more to it because of the way Remy is hanging on so fiercely. Oh, it's giving. What are you frightened of? Well, the true reason Remy won't sign the divorce papers is because she knows Papoose is coming for the alimony bag, sis, and she isn't wanting to pay up the money. In the following instance, when one spouse in a marriage earns more than the other, the one with less money is often entitled to spousal maintenance, commonly known as alimony, following the breakup. Papoose held it up for all those years. When courts assess alimony, they examine criteria including the duration of the marriage, the pay discrepancy, and the contributions made during their relationship. And if you look into Remy and Papoose's history, you'll notice that they were together for 11 years, which is more than 10 years. They started dating in 2004, got married in 2008, and dissolved their relationship formally in 2023. To make things even more weird, they were married over the phone while Remy was jailed in 2008. If that isn't commitment, I don't know what is, but remember that Papoose was there through it all. When Remy was sentenced to jail in 2008, Papoose was right there, and they even had a vow renewal ceremony in 2015. By 2018, they welcomed their baby daughter, Reminisce.
Sexy, smart, intelligent woman I ever met in my life. I love you more than anything in the world, as you know.
What I'll marry you again?
What I want to say is, will you marry me again?
Now that we are debating who should get assistance, Papoose has a case, no question, but let's chat about the money since here is where things become truly tricky. Papoose held Remy down throughout some of the hardest years of her life. Remy's estimated net worth is $4 million, which is significantly larger than Papoose's assets. As a consequence, when she reads the divorce papers, she already knows they're probably going to strike her with. The payments of alimony, a substantial percentage of Remy's revenue, comes from her clothing brand, reality TV checks, and record sales. Her first album, released in 2006, which was based on a genuine tale, was a critical triumph. Although she may not have attained the same amount of recognition as some of her colleagues, CIS always earned her respect. She has been nominated 4 times for the BET Awards Best Female Hip Hop Artist category and has even won.
Thank God, first and foremost, I've been through a lot. To everybody who think there's no such thing as second chance.
But let's face it, Remy continued to be active in the music business even after she was imprisoned. GSI released many mixtapes while jailed, and you know who was out there promoting, and sure, they earned some money. When she couldn't do it herself, Papoose kept her name alive by promoting her songs, ensuring that people didn't forget about her, and keeping that bag moving. You can be sure that all of that labor landed a large sum of money in Remy's pockets.
Surprised when Papoose wanted to marry you? After you got sentenced, because you just knew he was, you just knew he was on it. Yeah. Nah, and I thought that was like a real stand-up thing to do.
He's one of a kind. I could definitely say that.
When Remy and Papoose ultimately got out in 2014, they carried their love story to the small screen with VH1's Love and Hip Hop New York. However, they went on to generate further spin-offs, and guess who was there to help obtain those checks? Let's not pretend that Papoose wasn't as big of a star of the program as Remy because, truly, he helped bring in those TV checks. Let's be clear, he wasn't simply a supporting character. Rather, he was a vital part of the storyline, their love, their challenges, and their family, all of which kept viewers intrigued.
Besides the great performances, it was like one small, tiny, itsy-bitsy incident with Rye and one of Angie's friends, but it was nothing. It was like one little fight. Nowhere near me.
Although it was a smart move, let's not pretend that Papoose wasn't working hard for that brand when Remy introduced the Remy Ma line in 2018. You may be sure that Papoose helped make it happen as well. A part of the purchases went to benefit women and families harmed by imprisonment.
Miss Remy Ma, Mr. Papoose, really the hip-hop's Hollywood couple right now. Y'all need your own show.
If we're going to speak about how Remy earned her money, we also have to talk about how much Papoose worked behind the scenes to help establish that brand. This is where things get even more confusing because when Remy was in prison, Papoose took care of her then teenage son Jason Scott, functioning as a father figure when Remy couldn't be there. He was sporting the men's at events, making sure it was seen, and attracting attention directly to the collection. Oh, it's the same type of marketing that corporations spend large money for. That's a significant duty that he took on without hesitation. But here is where things truly took a turn for the worst. After Remy departed, her son Jason was arrested and accused in connection with a deadly shooting that occurred in Queens, New York, in 2021. He is presently facing accusations of first-degree murder and a variety of other connected felonies, which is horrible in and of itself. But it just goes to show how much stability Papoose was giving while Remy was gone. He was keeping the home together, taking care of her kid, and keeping everything together, and that's something you can never put a price on. If we're going to speak about how Remy earned her money, we also have to talk about how much Papoose worked behind the scenes to help establish that brand. This is where things become even more confusing because while Remy was in prison, Papoose took up the role of a father figure for her then teenage son Jason Scott. Let's face it, it's a tremendous burden that he took on. He was sporting the men's at events, making sure it was seen and attracting attention straight to the collection. On without hesitation, but here is when things took a really sad turn. After Remy departed, her son Jason was arrested and charged in connection with a deadly shooting that happened in Queens, New York, in 2021. He is presently facing allegations of first-degree murder and a number of other connected felonies. While this is a horrible scenario overall, it only goes to show how much stability Papoose was giving while Remy was abroad. He was keeping the home together, taking care of her kid, and keeping everything together, and that's something you can never purchase.
Jason Scott has been arrested in connection to a in Queens that dates back to 2021. Investigators are looking into the possibility that
as we analyze this divorce and the reasons for Remy's delay, it seems that she understands Papoose has a great case for the alimony bag. But what about Claressa Shields? Well, you already know that she is furious about this since Remy is delaying and slowing down her wedding preparations, and let's face it, Claressa Shields isn't the kind to sit quietly when things aren't going as planned. Let's not pretend that this is simply a fleeting relationship between her and Papoose. She is definitely in love with him and considers him her king.
Really hard. But I'm happy to, love somebody who wanna, love somebody back. You know what I'm saying? He is such a sweetheart. And nobody tell him to tie my goddamn boot either, but he said it wasn't laced right, so he laced it right. It was so funny.
But they're trapped now. Since Papoose is still legally married to another woman, Claressa Shields is unable to even go further with him. Imagine being prepared to start a life with someone, but meeting a massive, unyielding roadblock that simply makes everything worse. At this point, you have to wonder how long Claressa Shields' patience will last before she begins expecting some real answers and some real action. But let's be honest for a moment. Claressa Shields is out here loving this guy, supporting him, and being caught up in his issue with his ex. It's irritating, messy, and draining. And Remy continues to stir the pot and make controversy whenever she has the opportunity. I have a question for you all. Do you believe Remy is actually holding on because she still loves Papoose, or is this simply because she knows an alimony check is coming? Do you think Claressa Shields will withstand all of this turmoil, or will she finally lose patience and leave? Most importantly, how long should Papoose wait before Remy lets him go? To guarantee that you never miss the tea, please leave a comment below and let me know what you think. While you're doing it, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and activate the alerts. Additionally, view the following video on your end screen. I guarantee you that it's as dirty as it gets and you won't want to miss it.